artificial intelligence, and robotics are transforming the world. Popli was completely correct here. Of course, dating apps are so recent. Facebook started, 20 years ago and has since made its founder the richest man in the world. He gained 200 billion or 300 billion, something like that. It's between those numbers in just 20 years. How much does that add up to? Well, it adds up to almost $10 billion a year. More than $10 billion a year. It's a salary that you cannot imagine anyone ever being paid, but he was paid that. And he was paid that as a consequence of creating one of the most relevant social networks of the world and a whole ecosystem of social networks, because nowadays Facebook is dwindling and is instead being replaced by Instagram, which is more dopamine hijacking. We get to see all these wonderful people in their pictures, whereas Facebook was more focused on text and reflection. Instagram can just give you a picture with a caption, and now it has reels, it has stories for instant communication, like Snapchat, which it copied to a good extent, TikTok, which it copied to a good extent. Of course, YouTube also has shorts now. All these models were pioneered by ByteDance, the Chinese company behind TikTok. But ultimately, all of these changes have made the richest man in our time, the richest man. And there are many men in this trajectory of wealth, of new digital wealth, of nouveau rich, new money. And they are coming from the digital age, from the new industrial revolution. The industrial revolution, of course, it created Carnegie, it created Rockefeller. They were created as products of the industrial revolution. They were direct products of it. Of course, Thomas Edison was a product of electricity. And every titan of industry is a product of the commodity and the technological progress of his time. With AI, it is no different. With AI, we're seeing the lords of AI rise to the fore. And there are several of them. Dario Amodei of Anthropic. Google is a big competitor, and many others. And even XAI, Elon Musk is trying to compete with his company. And Elon Musk is one of the richest men of our time. Which waves did he ride, we may ask? The wave of technological innovation with respect to electric cars, with respect to space travel, in the origin of his career, with respect to online payments. He was part of PayPal. He created a company that dealt with payments. It later merged with PayPal. He created Zip2, which was a company for geolocation. He created a map, a little map with several different things around the city, with hallmarks and with different places that people could visit. Businesses were listed there. Hallmarks were listed there. Places people could visit, places people could go to. And that was his product. It was basically like Google Maps, but less developed, less sophisticated. And he sold it for like $300 million at the time and jump-started his career. So now he can play with rockets going to the moon, which is the next step, the next forefront, data centers in space. So every billionaire, every rich man is built off of riding a tendency of our time, a macro movement, like a volcano, like a tide, like the ocean's tides as they shift, as the climate shifts, as the natural processes take place. Human beings can merely ride on top of those natural processes and contribute to their progress collectively as well. It is in so doing that they accumulate power and that they overtake other people. Warren Buffett, of course, he rode the wave of kind of venture capital at his time and his kind of doing finance. There's several other people who did the same. Ray Dalio and many others, but now they're older. They do not represent the new money. They were overtaken by whom? By Bill Gates, who's just a little bit younger, software. Then he was overtaken, of course, by whom? By the social media masters, like Mark Zuckerberg, and the online e-commerce masters, like Jeff Bezos, and now, of course, by the masters of electric cars and space travel, like Elon Musk, and eventually by the AI masters. And these are opportunities for social change and for class change, class ascension, where people like Elon Musk go from being like a millionaire to being a billionaire, almost a trillionaire. That is class ascension, but you can only partake in it if you manage to be fortunate enough to ride the wonderful wave of fortune. many people are left out of that. And certainly with AI, more people are going to be left out than usual because humanity and human contribution will be diminished. What is the consequence of that? The consequence of that could be very dire, because if humans don't get access to resources because they have no value anymore, then our entire economy is going to come down. Our entire political system is going to come down. Everything's going to have to change, and it's going to change fast. And we could be walking towards some militaristic dystopia in the future with AI policing our every thought and our every action and giving us substances to keep us docile, just as we give to the animals who we factory farm, like cows and pigs and chicken. And we can certainly hope that that doesn't come to pass. And I think Pope Leo speaking about it is a reflection of its importance, and it's a reflection of his awareness of its importance. The fact that he's really, truly with the times and is aware of what matters. And this definitely matters. And I think we should be aware of it. I hope that you enjoyed my overview of it today. I hope that you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be sure to see you next time. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Take it easy. Peace.